we're going to start right out with our first guest, and that would be Chad Currin. He's the vice president of the Electric City Food Co-op. We're going to find out what their plans are and what's going on with Honest Way. Oh, I've got so many questions. Chad, tell me about it.
Well, first, thanks so much for having me. We're excited. I'm excited to be here. I speak to myself in the plural, but very excited to be here and to share with everybody what's going on.
It's a long, hard road you've been traveling.
Well, a long road for sure, but it's a very important one. So those of us who have been working on it for a long time, we're dedicated, and it's been a lot of hurry up and wait, but now we're in hurry up mode.
Well, and I had heard, I guess a few years back, that you were thinking about the old Grossman's area, and I mean, there were so many things that I've been hearing. But now you're are you thinking of a collaboration, or do you have a place in mind? What's going on?
Well, the old Grossman's building, Kat Wolfram, who started the food co-op 8 years ago and dedicated at least 5 years of her life
She's terrific.
nonstop. I'm not sure she slept. She had originally envisioned that, but I don't even think it's there now. I think
no. It's a big gas station and everything else is there.
It's been gone for a long time.
I just bring that up because of the history behind it.
That was the original location. Not a lot of people know that. That's where she kind of envisioned it being. But no, we can't talk in a lot of specifics because so many things.
Well, there might be negotiations going on.
Are in the works. But we do have a building. In downtown, very close to the downtown, the police station, the library, the post office. So
you have a location now.
Good central location,
okay.
Not signed, but we're working with the building owners.
So this is going to be, because when you look at where the old Citizens Bank was, I think it was, and that's all apartments.
Yep.
You go down where Frog Alley is; those are all apartments.
Yep.
You're hearing about more apartments going up.
A lot of apartments.
People have to, and Redburn has been doing stuff.
So much.
And so one of the things is people have to be able to grab food. And I know when I talked to some people in the past, they talked about the importance of apartments means you don't need a car if you're in the downtown area. And if you work in the downtown area.
Yep.
But how do you get your groceries? I mean, of course you could call Uber or something, but get it delivered. But tell me more.
Yeah, so that's not a great option for some people. I love to cook. I'm a foodie. I want to see my produce. I want the experience of choosing my own groceries. In downtown, that's always been a struggle. Downtown is a food desert, and it doesn't mean that you can't get food there. It means you can't get good food there. So you
could go in CVS and you could pick up a box of cereal.
Sure.
Maybe.
The grocery stores, the CVS's, they focus on fat, salt, sugar, refined white flour, things that aren't necessarily good for you. They're kind of your snack or your treat. It's not a way to acquire food for making dinner, for example. And so we really need a place for people to purchase not just food, but good quality food. And co-ops support local farms, they support local food producers, and so it's really a community partnership between the farms and the food producers and the co-op market. The difference between a co-op, which is member-owned and not-for-profit, and a traditional grocery store is that the grocery store is a for-profit entity, and their job is really to make money, and they sell industrial food products from giant producers far away from home. They may dabble in some local food, but it's not their specialty.
Not their primary.
And so a food co-op really is about providing good, locally sourced food from local farms and local food producers. And instead of carrying your traditional sodas, they carry more healthful, grab-and-go kind of beverages. It's a place to really buy good quality food.
Okay, so are you thinking of, when you say good quality, of course, are you talking about real produce?
Real produce, grown by real people, on real
Okay,
farms.
What about real meat?
Well, I'm vegetarian, so that's not my first
Yeah.
concern.
I lean towards
but
vegetarianism,
I'm
too.
vegetarian because I don't support the industrial meat practices. So
Uh-huh.
local farmers produce great local meat, eggs, and that's the only meat that is available at a co-op, or certainly at our co-op.
So you're
is
thinking of
locally
local,
sourced.
like
It's all
like Sindoni sausage, or the companies that make things locally.
Yeah, and there are they're pretty big. They're delicious, but there are local food producers, farmers who don't have the entryway to a big regional market because they don't have the quantity.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, a giant supermarket needs to source enough sausage, say, for 350 stores. That, by its nature, does away with the small local producer who maybe can make 10 pounds a week.
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
So that's not even enough to support for one store. So we can aggregate. We can find some sausage from this producer and some from this producer. Same thing with tomatoes. We can get tomatoes from this farm. We
So
can get
you're
tomatoes from
actually
another farm.
looking at the bigger picture and trying to support many rather than one or two.
Yeah, the co-op is a market based on values and rather than profit. And so one of our core tenets is to support local farms and local food producers.
I think that's a great mission, actually. So you're going to be opening, do you have an idea of when you might open, or?
So you asked a question earlier about, there's been a lot of buzz about Electric City and Honest Weight Food
Yeah,
Co-op.
the collaboration.
The
there.
collaboration.
And just to back up, when, I know Honest Weight is in Albany.
Correct.
And what they have done, from my understanding, because I do not belong to that, but friends that do, they have to put in so many hours, they have to help out or something.
They have a couple different, I'm not on the board of Honest Weight, so I want to be careful
Yeah.
not to.
Well, I'm only mentioning
not
from
to-
the people that I do know that
Right,
have, yeah.
overstep my knowledge base or what I should be talking about. But they have one structure for their co-op. They've been around since 1976.
Ever,
They have
forever.
over 10,000 member owners, and I believe they have a couple of different classifications of membership. One requires that you do some work
okay,
there,
then.
and another doesn't. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm the vice president of Electric City Food Co-op, and I
Sure.
stay in my lane.
So what I'm asking, I guess, is the question I'm asking, is that it's a membership, so
Correct.
you'd like people to join, right?
Yes. So
And if they join, do they have to work, or can they work or not?
probably not.
Okay.
They probably will not have to work. We may have some options.
Structured.
So the larger question is, with Honest Weight, we've committed, both of our boards have committed to forming a joint committee to explore how best to bring
work
the
together.
market to downtown Schenectady. The parameters of that are not finalized. We're in discussion. We love the folks at Honest Weight. Our biggest goal is getting a market downtown, whether that's branded Electric City or whether that's got a different brand is not the critical piece of the puzzle. The critical piece is being able to put an end to that food desert and allow people easy access to good quality food.
Well,
and
but
through
you-
those discussions, we'll figure out how the membership
I was
work.
going to say, I applaud you for working with someone who has the experience.
You know, it was a check your ego at the door kind of moment for us. Did we need this to be Electric City Food Co-op downtown Schenectady, or did we just need this to be a successful enterprise? Honest Weight is one of, by my estimation, one of the most successful food co-ops in the country. One of the core tenets of food co-ops is to cooperate with one another, right? We're not in competition with one another, we're cooperatives cooperate. And so it became obvious to us that perhaps the best way to success is to partner with somebody who's been there before, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, right? They've learned the lessons, they have lots of experience that can benefit the overall project.
And
that's
you're
what matters.
drawing from that, which is really excellent. So suppose I would like to join, because I think that what you're doing is really a good thing. What do I do?
Well, we need it's best to have 1,000 members to open. It's been proven time and time again that if you have the support of 1,000 members in the community, that you have the support you need to operate a functional, profitable market. And so we are at 435, so we need another
little short.
565 members, and I implore anybody watching to go to electricityfood.coop, C-O-O-P. I believe it's on the screen.
New extensions now.
And, yeah, well, that's been around for a while,
Yeah.
but the electricityfood.coop, and you can join. It's $200. It's a one-time fee. You can pay over time, or you can just pay the whole $200. But we really need to get the balance of the membership as we're putting together the grants and the partnerships and all of the things that will be very important to us. We need to know that when the doors open, people will come.
All right, now, okay, so it's a co-op. Do I have to be a member to go in there, or can anybody go in there?
Anybody can shop at a co-op. Traditionally, co-op member owners get some kind of benefit, and we're working through how that will be structured. Do you work some hours and get some discounts? Do you just get a discount? Are there certain days of the week? Is it more like a commercial market card where certain things are on sale to member owners and full price to non-member owners? There will be benefits to member owners, but many of our member owners, while concerned with what the benefits are concerned with the values that we represent and are willing to put $200 forward to say, we want to support farms in Schenectady and the greater capital region. We want to support food producers. We want to work on food justice issues. We want to make sure that excess food makes its way to the food pantries in Sikkim and the regional food bank. There are a lot of core values, and so some people join for the benefits, and some people, like myself, I'm much less concerned with the benefits. I'm much more concerned with living forward those values of supporting non-industrial foods.
Would you see this as a store that anyone downtown that says, oh, I remember I need a loaf of bread and I need some milk and I don't want to stop at one of the big box stores? Could they pick that up there?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm kind of looking at,
Yep.
So we're looking at a store that anybody can go into and get what you need.
In a traditional sense, it's a grocery store.
Yeah.
Right? So you can get your needs. Now, we have this commitment to local farms and local food producers, and if there's a hole in that, if there's something that we can't source locally that's a staple, toilet paper and things like that, you have to carry those staples, even if there isn't a local supplier. But we have some really good connections to get those things as well.
Great. Well, we've been speaking with Chad Currin, and he is the vice president of the Electric City
Food
Food
Co-op.
Co-op, which if you're looking at it on the web, it's electricityfood.coop, and that's C-O-O-P, Coop.
Coop. Yeah,
Okay.
co-op sounds better than
Well, I know,
electricity.coop.
kind of, there's no dash in there. is what
There's
I'm
no
trying to-
dash. That
no,
is
no
correct.
dash.
Just
I wish you
.coop.
well, and I do encourage people, if you're watching this, you might want to consider supporting the community. I mean, really, you're supporting not only the local producers, you're supporting the community and the people that live in the downtown area that really need to be able to pick up something. So thank you so much, Chad, for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Please join. We need your membership.
Good. And I
Thank
think
you.
you'll get some. Okay.